About throwing up the 5.
Do what you do.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. I actually think that's how you got there in the first place. What is your observation of the market right now? You know, I think one thing that is very underrated about you, so many people view you as the artist. You had this big sale. I got to know you. It's why D-Rock and Nima and the team got to go to your house to make this when that auction was going on. In that first 6 or 7 or 8 weeks that we got to know each other before this, I viewed you as somebody that understood the market. That there was a lot more of what I'm good at in you than a lot of artists that come along, which I think is what led to a lot of that success. So when I ask you this question, I'm just genuinely interested because I think you're gonna have an interesting observation. What is the current state of the NFT art market from your perspective?
I think what is probably different for me than a lot of other maybe artists or people in the space is I think I have more of a healthy dose of skepticism than most people. And so I'm always trying to, like, this is too good to be true, because it feels very much too good to be true. I'm always waiting for it to be like, JPEGs, just kidding, they're not worth anything. What were you thinking? Like, and because for a long time, they weren't worth anything. And so all of a sudden it was just like, wait, now people are paying for this shit? It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
when you make that statement, is there a part of you that knows that it's not like just kidding, the whole thing goes away forever? But is there a part of you that does believe that it's a gold rush and it's similar to things we've seen in the past, where right now it's so fever pitch, there'll need to be a correction and then it'll come back later on?
I would say there are certain projects that I would be surprised if they stand the test of time.
Like what?
Not be friends. I think it's one of those things where nobody fucking knows. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I fucking know. And anybody who's telling you what the space is gonna look like in 5-10 years, they don't fucking know. And that's what makes it interesting, and that's what makes it exciting. But I think, you know, as long as you're sort of investing in creators and teams that, you know, you believe are going to sort of be around for the long term, because I think it's very easy to make promises, and it's fucking free to make promises. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but are you? Obviously, everybody has been super positive and super supportive, and so, you know,
I have a big question that I think a lot of artists here and projects here, you know, because I think, just to remind everybody, if you're here, like, this chamber gets real small real fast. Just to remind everybody, like, 99% of the world has no idea what the fuck's going on here right now. And so this is super early, which means a lot of good things are gonna happen to a lot of people here, as long as you don't get caught up in the biggest vulnerability in this space, which is, people love to say things like it's about the art and about the community. Let there be no confusion. 90% of the behavior in our space right now is about short-term money, and it is the vulnerability.
Yes.
Everybody complaining about things, if you look very carefully, it means it fucked up with their short-term bag. So we have to be thoughtful, but I do believe a lot of people here will have versions. Yours is pretty extreme, but I'm pretty confident that there's a lot of faces I'm looking at now, and we'll look back at D-Rock's footage and be like, oh shit, they were there, now they're doing this. That's what happens when you're early in the thing that's gonna happen. So this question's loaded in that. Do you feel pressure now because people have invested extraordinary levels of money into your art? Do you feel like you have to execute for the next years, decades, to justify those costs? And does that weigh on you, or do you feel like the market is the market?
What is going on right now? Just because the world was a certain way, and then over the course of just a few months, the world was a different way. It's not hard for me, because at the end of the day, I was doing this for free for 20 years. I was getting up and trying really fucking hard to make digital art the best I could for 20 years. Before anybody gave a shit, before anybody would pay for it. And that's where it feels too good to be true, because it's sort of like I'd already seen, again, I was pretty popular before this in terms of, you know, the digital art community and this or that. And so I'd already seen a bunch of benefits from doing that. And so that's where it was like, wait, so now people are gonna pay a lot more money for it? And so I think at the end of the day, all I can do is get up and try really fucking hard, and that's it. And like, that's what I was doing before, and that's what I'm doing now. And so I know I'm trying way harder now too. And so that's it. Like, that's all anybody can do.
Well, listen, there's probably a lot of places a lot of people are trying to get to. So I think we got a little bit here. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm incredibly grateful to Ryan Harwood and the 1:37 p.m. team.
Yes, I want to, definitely thank the 1:37 p.m. team, because you guys crushed it with this. Like, super happy with that, and thank you for like making this happen. Like, very much appreciated.
The best part was D-Rock, Nima, the team was there, and they were texting me, and they're like, he likes us, and he doesn't like all the other people that are here. And we're like super fired up. And I'm really, really glad that everybody's about to see this. I think the work is really strong. Selfishly, what I think Ryan and I want to do is put out more long form. Tyler, we want to put out more long form, meaningful content. And so this was a real get for us. We knew we were recording something, and we're really proud of it. And thank you so much for allocating your most precious asset of time to be here with all of us. And I think it's time to play it. So, are you guys ready?
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.